everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. I have three more of the Star Wars Egg Force eggs to review for you here. All three of these are based off the most recent movie, The Force Awakens. You have Captain Phasma, Kylo Ren, and a First Order Stormtrooper. I picked these up at HobbyLink Japan. They're relatively inexpensive, somewhere in the area of like $7 to $10 a piece before shipping. So I think these look pretty excellent. I was very excited. They've done a couple other Star Wars eggs, which I have also reviewed. So if you'd like to take a look, check out my eggs playlist. You can see all the other egg toys that I reviewed. I think he looks pretty excellent. I love that he comes with his lightsaber. Whoops. Here is the First Order Stormtrooper. He comes with a gun. I think it's pretty neat that every one of these comes with an accessory, because in the past, the only Star Wars Egg Force that have come with accessories are lightsaber wielders. The other Stormtrooper did not come with a gun. So we'll get these guys out of the packaging, and we will dive in and take a closer look. First up here, we have Captain Phasma. I think she looks pretty good. I do like the color gray they used for her armor. It's not super chrome or anything like that, but it is fairly shiny, and it's a nice kind of gunmetal gray. Looks pretty excellent as far as color scheme goes. She comes with one weapon, which is the same color, one solid color. It has a little peg right here on the handle, and there's a peg on the inside of her hand. So you can just go ahead and pop that right in there. So she can hold it at her side like that. You can kind of rotate it in her hand, and then she can kind of shoot a little bit in front of her. But the arm doesn't really have any articulation, so she can't really point and fire, which is a bit of a shame, but that's really par for the course for these egg toys. They've never really had arm articulation, so you just kind of have to know what to expect when going into these. As far as the cape works, you can kind of pull it off to the side. How it works is there is a tab here, and you can see the other tab back here. And there's just little grooves on the inside of the cape right there and there. So you just slide it on and off, basically, kind of fit it in one and then slide it into the other. And that's how you just take the cape on and off. From the side, it looks a little weird. I can see what they were going for, and you'll see why it's not more smooth in a minute. So the red paint on the trim is pretty nice, I think. Now, if you don't really care about the cape, you could always just take that off, and then it's just a gunmetal gray Stormtrooper, which looks pretty good. Transforming it into an egg, go ahead and remove the accessory. Unfortunately, there's not really any place to store this in egg mode, which is a bit of a bummer. I would have liked that. Open up the chest, fold the head in. Very simple. If you've watched any of my other egg reviews, you kind of know this is a lot how the Ultramen transform. Fold the legs in, fold this in, and this peg from the leg will kind of peg into this little spot here. Fit pretty snugly. And then you just push the arms against the body. So there you go, you have the egg. Now what you do with the cape, and why this is kind of strange like this actually rotates around and fits pretty nicely together. But that's why it's not more form-fitting to the body. And then you're just going to put it like this. Let me angle this. And then you're just going to drop her right inside. Just like that. And then that's her true egg form with the cape and everything. Again, I mean, you could try to squeeze the blaster in, something like that. If you're just looking for somewhere to kind of keep it so it doesn't get completely lost, you could do something like that very simply. But that's the egg form for Captain Phasma. Here's the First Order Stormtrooper. You can see he comes with a blaster as well, but I think it's nicer than Phasma's because it's got kind of two colors going on here. Got black with a little bit of white paint, which I think makes it stand out. Looks really nice. I like that a lot. As far as the First Order Stormtrooper goes, he also looks very good. Mostly white, but he has nice, black accents here. Love the design of the First Order Stormtrooper helmet. His body is very similar to Captain Phasma's, just doesn't have the notches because there's no cape to attach. Otherwise, looks really good. Go ahead and pop the blaster in his hand. Attaches exactly the same as Phasma's did. Same problem where you can't really... I mean, you could try to attach it like this, maybe. No, that nub kind of gets in the way, so kind of the same problem. But he looks good holding it. So, to transform him into an egg, remove that. Same thing we did last time. fold the head into the chest and close it up. Fold the feet into the legs, then the legs to the back, and they will peg just like before, and then collapse the hands to the side. And there you have your First Order Stormtrooper egg form. Again, there's nowhere, unfortunately, to store this, and he doesn't have kind of a cape basket to put everything in, so it would have been neat if maybe, like, it could have pegged into one of the arms back here, or, like, just have a little hole in the side of the leg you could peg it onto. Something like that. Would have been pretty neat, but just kind of keep track of that. Overall, I think it's an excellent looking egg. I guess I'll turn it this way. Nope. So apparently he doesn't want to stand that much as an egg. Yeah, there we go. Stand it up that way. Lastly, here we have the main event, Kylo Ren. I think he's definitely the best out of the three. He looks really good. I think they did a great job with the mask. I'll try to get up a little bit closer here. Very nicely done, I have to say. And I think the hood looks good. The kind of shroud on his back has some nice texture molded in. I think they did a really, really good job with him. Let me zoom back out here. Because of his transformation, he can actually put his hands forward, which is kind of cool. He comes with this great looking lightsaber. It's kind of a metallic-y red color. Really neat. And it can go ahead and peg into his hand, no problem. So you can go ahead and wield that, and kind of like a normal person, he doesn't have to keep it down at his side. I mean, even at his side, it doesn't look that bad. But it's neat that you can actually hold it. I did try. He unfortunately cannot hold any of the blasters from the Stormtrooper or Captain Phasma. It has to do with the blasters having this kind of extra nub. They're just a little bit too long for the peg hole in his hand, so they don't really stick in. I mean, they kind of fit the hole, but then they kind of fall right out. But I think he looks really good. I really, really like this. I love him holding the lightsaber. It looks great. His transformation into an egg is actually pretty clever and pretty hilarious. You're going to start by just turning his head around 180 degrees inside the hood. And then this whole piece just kind of collapses in on itself. And then you just fold the hands up. I think that works hilariously well. I love that. I really, really do. It kind of looks like he's just hiding behind his legs. Or like he's sitting in a crouch position. You could almost kind of put his hands out a little bit. Just like he's, holding his... He's got his kind of knees in his chest and he's just hiding or maybe rocking back and forth. It's kind of a joke on the internet that he's kind of emo, so that kind of fits. I think that's hilarious. But I really do like that transformation. It's very quick, it's very simple, and I think both modes look really good. It's just really fun to do. Oh, he does have... I missed this. I'm sorry. His feet do fold back. I must have missed that in the directions. So there you go. You could even fold his feet inside. It looks even better. So I think these are a lot of fun. The nice thing about them is that they're relatively inexpensive, somewhere between $7 to $10 a piece. And I'm just a big fan of the transforming egg kind of genre that's over in Japan. I've always been a fan of it. I think it's hilarious. Out of the three of these, I definitely think Kylo Ren is the best. The lightsaber's really nice, his transformation's very cool, and the figure actually just looks the best in my opinion. Plus the way he transforms gives his arms some articulation that you can actually use in, normal figure mode. The First Order Stormtrooper and Captain Phasma are similar as you might expect. Just a little bit of paint that's different, and the coloring obviously. And obviously Phasma comes with the cape. The cape's a little wonky. I see what they were doing as far as they wanted it to be able to fit the egg inside when you were done in the egg mode. So, it's really just personal preference if that's more important to you or a form-fitting cape is more important to you. They just made a call. So, like I said, if you had to pick one, I think Kylo Ren is the best out of the bunch, but I do still really like the other two. But I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Star Wars Egg Force from The Force Awakens, the First Order Stormtrooper, Kylo Ren, and Captain Phasma. And thanks for watching!